Hi friends! Today's video is going to be sort of a vlog style video. So come along and spend a couple of days with me. Let's go. I'm in this place and it's like Borough Market in England. It's like a whole little marketplace in here where you can buy just about anything you want. Let's go this way. You see things. This way, it's like a retail store. Art. Groceries. She's pink and bagels. They have live and fully cooked lobster. They have a seafood section. And the meat section. And all vegan deli. Smoothies down there. There's barbecue chicken. Sushi. So, just a lot of little places in here, but it reminded me of, ooh, they got roast beef. Reminds me of that place. They have corned beef. Maybe we'll get something here. Reminds me. Let's see what their corned beef tastes like. Alright, so here is the corned beef from Philadelphia. I'm not a fan. It had coleslaw on it, as you can see. So, yeah, I do not have high hopes. I don't think it will be as good as the one from Borough Market. Alright, so I'm in Philly, so I had to get a Philadelphia cheesesteak while I am here, and this is how it looks. It's huge. There's no way I'm going to eat all this, but I'm going to give it a shot. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. My name is Cheryl. I love decorating my home with style on a budget, and I love to try to make it look a lot more expensive than it really is. So if you love home decorating and you love decorating your home with style on a budget, then this is the channel for you. If at the end of the video you like what you have seen, I would hope you would hit the subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and become a member of the iStylEMYSTYLE family. Guys, so in today's video, I thought we would go out and see what's new in stores for spring and summer. I don't think I've done that in a while. I think the last few times I went out, everything looked exactly the same. There was nothing new, so I didn't film anything. But today we're going to go out and see if our luck has changed. So I think we're going to So I think we're gonna go hit up HomeGoods, maybe Ross. So if you want to see what's new in stores for spring and summer, just make sure you keep watching. guys, there was not a lot in store that was new. The only thing that I saw that was new were those brown vases at HomeGoods. They were giving like a primitive, modern, organic vibe. And when I picked them up, I thought they would be heavier than they were, but they were really, really light. Very affordable as well. So if you're looking for that, HomeGoods right now would be the place to go, but that is the only place where I saw anything new. Everything was the same at Ross, so I didn't really film a lot of video, but I do have a small home decor haul that I want to share with you guys. And actually the things that I picked up did not come from HomeGoods or Ross. They came from Amazon and Temu and Pottery Barn. So you guys know that I love a good dupe. I love finding things at a high-end store like William and Sonoma and Pottery Barn, and then going out and looking for look for less dupes. So that's what I did. So the other day, I was watching John Wick, and I know it's a movie from a few years ago. It stars Keanu Reeves. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm sure you have. But in the very first John Wick, there was a guy, his name was Vigo. His son killed John Wick's dog after his wife had died. And then, of course, that just set John Wick all the way off. So he had to get his revenge. And so Vigo, in one of the scenes, was talking to another guy, and they were he was telling him to put out a hit on John Wick. And in that scene, he was holding a brandy snifter. And that brandy snifter, oh my gosh, I really, really liked it. It was like glass, and it had these cut lines in it. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I need those glasses. So you know what your girl does. I did a Google lens on the glass, and I find out that they're from William and Sonoma. So I go and I look at the price for these glasses, and oh my gosh, 2 glasses is like $79.80, I think. 4 glasses is like $160. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, no way, no way. So of course, you know what I do, what I always do, I go and I do a Google lens, and I'm looking for a dupe. So lo and behold, I find a dupe on Amazon, and it's this brandy snifter here. Look how nice this is. This is also a brass. This is also a glass brandy. This is also a brass. Why is brass on my mind? This is also a glass brandy snifter, but it cost a lot less. You can see it has the ribbed detail, very similar to the cut lines, and I'll put up the inspiration photo here from William and Sonoma. And guys, the best part is that these little brandy snifters only cost me $28 from Amazon. Now they are not ribbed all the way around. You can see, I don't know if you can tell that or not, in the back it is not ribbed, but it's only ribbed in the front. Can you see that? Not ribbed, ribbed. But still, for $28, these are very similar again to the ones from William and Sonoma, and I'll put up that photo again. And I absolutely love these. The ones from William and Sonoma are 5.5 inches in height with a 2.5 inch opening. This one has like a about a 3-inch opening, and it's about 5 3/4 inches in height, so a little bit taller, a little bit wider of an opening. But guys, for $28, again, very, very similar. I could not pass these up, and I think these will look perfect on my bar cart, and I can see my boyfriend and I having our little brandy in these glasses. So yeah, I will have these linked in my Amazon storefront. Anything that I mentioned came from Amazon. I will have it linked in my Amazon storefront, which you can shop 24/7. And when you do, I do get a small commission. So thank you so much in advance for that. But these, oh my gosh, I would highly recommend. The next thing that I found, where do I want to go? Let's save that. So I've been wanting to bring in more silver into my home. You guys know I love silver, and I saw these 2 pieces. I don't remember if I showed these to you or not. I might have showed them to you, or I don't know. If I did, here they are again. So I saw these candlesticks, guys. Look how nice these are. So This tall one was $9.99 and the short one was $7.99. These came from the At Home store. They're from the Crosby Street collection. Yes, these are so nice. They're very heavy. Oh my gosh, they're sort of given like a mid-century modern type vibe, if you can see that, but look how nice these are. I absolutely love these. I can see these styled on a shelf or on a book with some white taper candles or some black taper candles. I absolutely love these. So I want to style these for spring and summer, so I can't wait to use these. And then the next thing that I saw when I was at the At Home store, you guys know that I am going to be redoing my deck. That is a work in progress. Let me tell you, if you have never restained or refinished a deck, it is a lot of work. So I've been working on that project for, oh gosh, 2 weeks now, trying to strip off all the paint that has flaked off. Like when I first did the deck, we painted the railing white, and then I had to redo it after a couple of years, and right after I did that, it rained. There was no rain in the forecast at the time, but it did rain, and as a result, the paint didn't cure, so it started to flake up and bubble up, and it just looked horrible. And so that's why you haven't seen my outside deck in a while, because I had not wanted to go out there and change it, but I think this is the year. So I've been out there using paint stripper, trying to get it off the deck railing, and now I have to do the deck boards themselves. And guys, it's a process. I'll put up a clip here. All right, so this is where we are. I used the power washer and I stripped off as much of the old paint as possible. Now I need to get some paint stripper to strip off the rest, but this is how it's looking. So it's getting ready to rain, so we're going to stop here for today, but I'm going to put the deck stripper out and on our next pretty day and get the remainder of the deck done. But this is where we are so far. It's going to take several weeks, guys, several weeks. Pray for me. Of how the deck is currently looking. It's a work in progress, but we're going to get there, guys. We are going to get there. But in the meantime, I also want to shop for things that are going to make the deck look pretty once we are done. So while I was at the At Home store, I found this. This was on clearance for 50% off. Normally $16.99, so $17. So I got this for $8.50, and I thought this was neat. Ooh, I almost dropped it. I thought this was neat. This is like a little fire pit thing, and it goes on your patio or your deck. And I just love the look and the feel of it. Like, look how nice this is. It's like a cement, I guess. And even if I didn't use it for that, look, I can just use it like as a vase with some flowers in it. But it is like a little tiki. A tabletop tiki, and I absolutely love that. And for $8.50, I thought that was a good deal, so I got this to go on the deck. That was the only one I saw. I'm hoping I could find more. I really need 3 because I want to have them styled on my like deck coffee table in like a little furniture arrangement setting. I think that will look really nice. And then also to go along with that, I have been looking for some faux plants to go outside. Guys, I do not have a green thumb, and every time I buy plants, they always die, and I'm hoping this year that changes. I showed you guys those new plants that I picked up from Walmart that I have in my kitchen window, and so far they're hanging on. Hope, fingers crossed, that they stay alive. But anyway, I want to find some faux plants, and so I was perusing Pottery Barn's website, and they always have some really nice florals. And I don't think these are particularly for outside, but I'm going to use them for outside. They won't stay out there all the time. Just, you know, when I'm hosting, I will bring them out. So anyway, I found these ferns. So these were normally, I want to say, around $60 on their website, and they were on clearance for just $10, guys. $10. So of course I had to get them. And this is how they look coming straight out of the box, standing straight up like that. And so to make them look more lifelike, this is what I've done. So this is how they come out of the box, standing straight up. And this is how they look after I have given it a little bit of life. So this is how, you know, you would normally see a fern look in the wild. I absolutely love it. I'm not so fond of the pots themselves, but we can remedy that. We can thrift new pots for these to go into, and they will just look so, so nice. So I got these for $10 a piece, and I think these will look really, really nice on my deck. I'm trying, you guys know I'm not bringing in a lot of new things, and the things that I am bringing in, I am trying to be more intentional with them. So I'm only shopping for things that I'm absolutely going to use and need, and not just keep bringing in things just to be bringing them in. So I absolutely love those. So those are going to go on the deck. And then you guys know I love a good safari chic theme. That's what I go with during the spring. Actually more summer than spring. So I've been looking for some new pillow covers. And so I was on Temu's website and I saw these pillow covers and I'm like, oh my gosh, they look so nice. I think I'll get them for summer. And this is how it looks. And for, you know, just looking at it like this, it looks really, really nice. I love the little face of the leopard. This is so my vibe for spring. I love safari, anything safari print for spring and summer. But then if you look closer, it's just like, it's very bad quality. I don't know if you can tell on camera or not, but the quality is not all that great. Just looking at it from here, it looks really, really nice. But up close, it's just a really bad screen print. So I messaged the seller and I was like, you know, I really want to return these. I don't like them. It's not what I expected. I thought it was going to be embroidered. I've found some embroidered ones before from Amazon that I have, but they're more black and white. And, you know, I want to bring in some warmer colors. And so I thought this would be really, really nice. So I want to say these were like $4 or $5 a piece, but I was able to get my money back because I did want to return them. And sometimes with Temu, the seller will just say, you know what, we'll give you like a partial refund to keep it and you don't have to send it back. So that's what I did with this. And so I have two of these. Again, they don't look bad from far away, but from close up, I'm not really a fan. So I'm gonna try to use them and see how it turns out. So to go along with that, again, more safari chic. So this, again, is a tiger print. You know, I'm bringing in those warmer tones for spring and summer. I have a black and white aesthetic, which I really, really love, but I want to try to bring in more color. And, you know, I brought in the blue for spring, and I'm just loving blue. Like, I have it on today, and I don't know, I think it just complements my complexion really, really well. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, but I don't know. I just want to try and incorporate a little bit more color. So I thought this would look really, really nice, again, for summer. Now this one, I love the look, but it's that burlappy material, which I am, again, I'm not fond of. And this is how the pillow goes inside. It just slips down inside. As you can see, listen, really, really poor quality pillow cover. It's like that burlappy material. So again, I'm not a fan. Although I do love the look of the print, the quality is not there. So again, I messaged the seller. I don't like these. I want to send them back. They offered a partial refund for me to keep them. So I took that because, you know, it's always such a hassle to send things back, especially with Temu. So I have these. We'll try to use them, even though they're not the best quality again. But can you see these two paired together? This is the look. If I could like put these together. The look that I was going for summer, with the little cheetah and the tiger. Can you see that? That was the look. So I don't know. We're going to try to make it work with these. Again, not the best quality, but that is where we are. And then you guys know I love a good abstract. And so this next piece, I thought this would look really good styled in a center console table or on the coffee table with some books. And so it is this piece, guys. So this I absolutely love. So I first saw this when I was scrolling through Pinterest looking for inspiration, and I came across this and I found it, and you know, it said it was on Amazon. I go look on Amazon, and this thing was $229 on Amazon. And it said it was like an abstract. It was by a very famous designer. And I'm thinking, you know what? You can always find these things from other sellers at different prices. So of course, you know what your girl does. I went to Google Lens and I did a Google Lens search on it. And I was able to find this from another seller, and guess who? Guess who? It was Temu. So I found this from a seller on Temu, and they were selling it for $44. I think now I saw another seller on there selling this for $22. So if you like this piece, I would recommend it. It's made out of the resin, but it looks so unique, and I thought this would be perfect for summer. It's kind of giving me like an urchin, or I don't know, it just reminded me of like a sea urchin or a shell, or I don't know, some type of mollusk. But this is how it looks on the top. But I thought this would be perfect to style for summer, again, on the coffee table with some books. So I will have this linked again, where you can find it on Temu. I would not buy this from Amazon because the seller is definitely overcharging for this piece, but I absolutely love it. And then the next thing that I want to share with you, you guys know I love, you know, any kind of greenery, at least unique greenery. And I try to bring in something new for spring and summer. I showed you guys those moss branches that we picked up from World Market a few years ago. And then I saw these berries, these green berries, when I was searching on Amazon. They kind of remind me of like little crab apples. You know, have you guys ever seen like little crab apples growing on a tree? They're a little bit larger than this, but they start out green and they turn red and yellow, and they're kind of bitter. But we had a crab apple tree when I was little, and so this just reminded me of those, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring these in for summer. These came from a seller on Amazon. These were a little bit pricier than I wanted, but I love the look at them. I loved the look of them, and I thought these would be perfect. So they do come in a set of how many? 1, 2, 3, 5. It comes in a set of 5, and this is how they all look together. And I thought these would be perfect styled in a vase. So I think I will have these styled either in my family room or in the loft, or possibly my office, or I might change out the florals here in the entryway. But I thought these were really, really nice. I don't remember the price of these, but I will put up that photo here, and I will have them linked in my Amazon storefront, which you can shop for, again, 24/7. So absolutely love these. Again, very unique looking. I haven't seen these before, so I was glad to pick these up. And then we're down to the last few more bits, guys. So I love a good candle scent, and I'm always looking for new scents for spring and summer. And when I was at, was this Ross? Burlington. When I was at Burlington, I found this candle, and I love the aesthetic look and appearance of this, you know, black and white with a little bit of gold. This is how it looks on the front. It has like looks like a piece of wax with a stamp in it. I don't know. I thought it was so chic. In the smell, guys. It smells so good. I wish we had smell-o-vision so that you could smell this, but this is really, really nice. And this candle was just $12.99, and look how large it is. So if you are at Burlington and you see this candle, pick it up. Like, I was walking down the aisle and I kept smelling. It's like what is that smell? It smells so good. So I started sniffing all the candles and it turned out to be this one, and it's called Midnight Glow. So again, I would pick this up if you are at Burlington and you can find it. And then the last couple of pieces are just little decorative pieces. So again, I'm bringing in a little bit of silver in my home. And when I saw this piece, can you guess what this is? Can you guess? What is it? What do you think this is? I'm using it for a decorative piece to style on some coffee table books, but this is actually an ashtray, a cigar tray to be exact. So you can see where you can put your little cigars on here. But look how nice this is. This was like $3 or $4, and I thought, you know what? And it's, you know, it's got a bit of weight to it. It's really, really nice. Just because it's an ashtray, it doesn't mean you can't use it as a decor piece, which is exactly what I am going to do. So again, I will have this linked in case you're interested, but I can see this styled on some coffee table books. I don't know, you can even put like a piece of greenery in it. I think this looks so nice. Let me, as a matter of fact, let me hold. All right, I just went and grabbed a piece of greenery really quick. Look how nice it is styled on this. You can see this again styled on a coffee table book. Oh my gosh, so, so nice. So yeah, for $3 or $4. Again, your prices are gonna vary on Temu. I think this is a really, really nice piece. Something that, you know, adds just a little touch, something different. So I picked that up. And then the last piece that I got, guys, so I love a good ambiance in the evening. And when I saw this little baby mushroom lamp, I thought, oh my gosh, this is so, so cute. So this has different lights. It has the warm yellow, a lighter yellow, and then dark, oh, like a lighter and then a deeper yellow, like a orangey warm. Can you see that? I'm trying to, no, like this. Here's a lighter white, warm, a little less warm. Come on. Deep warm, little less, little less. So I thought this would be really nice in the evening. You know, when I'm sitting back, chilling and relaxing, having a little glass of wine. I don't want on all the lights, but I could have on this little baby. And I don't know, I think it would just set a vibe. So I will have this linked in my Amazon storefront as well. So if you care to check it out, that is where you can find it. So guys, that is everything that I wanted to share with you today. I am going to be styling these pieces around my home. So if you have enjoyed today's haul and it has inspired you in any way, and you want to see how these pieces are going to be decorated around my home and you have not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos, if I could talk. So yeah, I am pleased with the things I picked up. Again, I'm only trying to bring in things that I'm absolutely going to use and need. We're done with the, you know, buying just to be buying a lot of things. So if you're on board with that as well and today's video has inspired you, please make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. I have lots of budget-friendly, budget luxury, home decorating inspiration coming your way that you don't want to miss. And with that, my friends, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.